Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is actually our first Halloween look of the year, and it is a siren. I had so much fun with this look. This is like the first legit Halloween look I've done on my channel before, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a lot of fun to create. It was a lot of free-flowing kind of deal that went on, so I hope you guys enjoyed this process of me transforming into evil siren. So starting off, I am going in for my brows with a black shade in our Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, and I am lining these as thick and as dark as my natural brows will let me. I'm going to extend them pretty far, like tail-wise, and then I'm going to make them pretty dang bushy in the front. But I'm going to make sure I fill that in to where we have a solid black brow. Then jumping on over into the matte mossy green in the palette, I'm going to put that on a blending brush and blend that into the front part of my eyebrow because I'm going to have this transition to my nose for later. Then I'm going to clean up my eyebrow with some foundation. And this is a pretty pale foundation since we're using a really pale one later on. But I'm going to clean all the way on the underside, that inner part of the brow, but leaving that bushiness on the top. Then I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and that is going all over my lid and underneath my lid as well. We're priming this whole area because we got a lot of different shadows we're dealing with here. Then I'm going in with the matte white shade in the palette. I'm setting all of that and making this as stark white as possible so we've got some good contrast and a good base to work from. Going into my Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, I'm taking the green on a fluffy brush and I'm buffing this into my crease area. I'm taking this all the way to my nose and then extending this past the outer edge of my eyebrow because I want our eyes to look huge for this look. Then I'm going into our mossy green on that same pencil fluffy brush, and I am carving out just beneath that, not really worrying about what the lid looks like, but I'm just having that transition and blending the edges out with the brush we used earlier. Then jumping into our color Midnight from Colourpop. It's like a really pretty mossy, shimmery, metallic green. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid with a wet brush. And I'm going from tear duct to that outer V area, and I'm dragging the shadow out to kind of start to create that winged out look. I'm keeping the edges pretty sharp by where that meets my green in my crease. And then I'm lining my tight line and my waterline with my Milani Kohl eyeliner. And then I'm going in with my Mega Last liner from Wet n Wild. I like this one because it's a little bit easier to get off than my H2O proof one. Since we're doing a lot of other makeup, I wanted to make sure that this was easy to get off, but use whatever eyeliner is going to last the longest for you if you're using this for a Halloween look for like a party or something, because that shit needs to last. And I am extending this wing out super far, so just a heads up. And then I'm cleaning that up with foundation. Again, I drug that wing all the way out to the extended eyebrow, and then I'm just cleaning all of that up to where it all has a really sharp, crisp edge. Then going in with my L'Oreal True Match Foundation in W1. This is the palest one that they have. I chose this because it's a very basic foundation. It's not matte, dewy, it's kind of just a flat in between. It's going to give a good tacky surface to where our shadow sticks on our face, but it's not going to be sliding all over the place. Then for my under eye and like chin and nose, I'm using my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm concealing all the dark circles under my eyes and kind of making that a little bit brighter in that area, since we will want that to pop later on. Then I'm going in with like the shittiest translucent powder ever. It was like my first time trying it. Don't recommend this at all, but it was perfect because it is very freaking white. So I wanted my scale to look extremely pale for this siren, so it ended up working out okay. But use whatever one you want to use because this one was shit. Then moving on to the face, I'm actually using a little pencil brush and our black shadow from before, and I'm carving out my cheekbones. So kind of where I want my high cheekbones to be is where I'm putting this black shadow. And I'm making the line thicker by my hairline and then letting it fade out. And I'm going in with technically a face brush, but it's like a humongous blending brush, and I'm going to buff that black down, and I'm going to keep it very light near where it reaches my lips, and then I'm making it really intense closer to my hairline. And then I'm going to buff that down with some green, the same matte mossy green that we used before, and I'm just going to continually layer this until I get it where I want it, and continually blending this down, switching back and forth between the brushes to where all the lines are very smooth and even. Just be patient with this process because you're using eyeshadow to essentially make your face look totally different. So bear with me. And I did blend this all the way down to my jawline because I wanted my face to look really slender. And then I'm going up to my hairline, and I'm actually just doing this on one side because I want my face to almost look like a little like rotten in an area. So I am doing really black by my hairline, fading into that green, and I'm letting it spread a little bit across my forehead. Kind of just creatively placing this where I want it. I don't really have a rhyme or reason for it. I just started throwing crap on my forehead and it looked cool. Then I'm going into my other Colourpop eyeshadow, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will have it in the description box for you guys. It is a metallic green color, and I'm just popping this underneath my brows, and I'm also going to be putting this in the inner parts of our hollowed out cheekbone, and I am putting that just in the front area. So I'm letting it kind of fade into the black, and then I'm making it more intense by my lips to kind of highlight that lip area. And then I'm putting it on this portion of our little splotch on our forehead here, and I'm letting it also diffuse into the rest of the colors. I want it to almost look like slimy and scaly. That's kind of why I put this on my face area. And then I'm buffing that green down even further with the green that we used in our Masquerade palette. And I'm actually using this with a highlighter brush because it's essentially a huge blending brush, and it's just going to make that transition a whole lot smoother. And again, I like the patchiness of the eyeshadow. That's why I'm not using a body paint or anything, because I want this to look almost like mossy. I don't want this to look perfect. I want this to look a little bit disconnected because I don't want it to be clean and cut, because I want this to be almost like a dirty, evil look to it. And then I am deepening up by my brows and dragging that mossy color down a little bit, and we'll revisit that whole area later. But moving on to my under eye area, on a small angled brush, I'm going to be packing on that matte black eyeshadow from tear duct all the way to my outer corner, and I'm blending out my eyeliner with this. And then I'm going in with a smudging brush, and I'm blending that out with the black and the moss green mixed together to where we get a really smoky look underneath our eyes. And then I'm going in with that moss green on our pencil brush, and I'm dragging that down even further. And I did end up filling in that gap between my nose and my under eye. I wasn't sure at this point, but I decided to go ahead and fill that in. And then I'm just buffing that moss green a little bit into that lighter green on my eyes to where everything blends together really smoothly. And then I'm going back into our green from the Masquerade palette, and I'm buffing all of the edges out and having it kind of transition out smoothly. And another reason why I'm using this one on my face is because this one is a shimmer, so it's going to give us that slimy, scaly look. Then I'm going to conceal up, or I guess I'm using foundation for this, but I'm going to clean up the edges of my nose. I have a very crooked nose, so this is a little bit more difficult than it looks because I can't follow the shape of my nose. I'm just freehanding it. But then I'm going in with my this is my NYX glitter glue, and I'm popping this into my inner tear duct and kind of that beginning of my face area. And then I'm going over top with a Lique glitter that I absolutely love, and it's got a really pretty green iridescence to it, and I'm just buffing that down onto my face. And then I'm getting a good coat of mascara on my lashes, and I will put it on my top and my bottom eyelashes. And then after that, I'm actually going to be putting on some fake eyelashes. Pretty stoked about that. I haven't done those in forever, and actually I didn't trim these this time. I left them super long, So I want my eyes to be huge, so what I did is I put the inner part all the way into my tear duct, and then I actually stuck the rest of the lash on my eyeliner, not on my lash line. So I just followed the outside edge of that to where I could have more elongated eyes, and it's going to create the illusion of huge eyes since I don't have anywhere near that big of an eye. Then I'm using my NYX matte black lipstick, and I just did one coat of this. Pretty impressive. It's not like a wear all day type situation, but it's pretty awesome for what I was going for this look, and it's got that shininess to it, so it looks like tar, and I'm loving it. I'm living for this. And then I'm actually going to use that mossy green again, and I'm going to blend up my peaks of my upper lips, and I'm going to blend that on my Cupid's bow area to where it kind of accentuates that. And then I'm also going to blend it on the bottom part of my lip to where that kind of almost looks decayed and mossy. I know, great descriptive words. But that's all I did for this look. Super simple to create since you're not doing a lot of precision. It's a lot of blending, a lot of freehand work. So it didn't take as long as I thought it would, but I absolutely loved how it turned out. I really want to wear this for Halloween now, you know, or just out and about. But comment down below if you enjoyed this. Also give it a big thumbs up and let me know what else you guys want to see for Halloween. I had a ton of fun creating this, and it was actually a suggestion from you guys. So I'm glad I took it and ran with it. Make sure you follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Snapchat. All the names and links will be in the description box for you guys, as well as the link to my previous tutorial and a discount for some makeup. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!